The second date update on Mojo in the morning.
So, Nina, how did you guys meet?
Hi.
Hi. How'd you guys meet?
So we met at a wedding in my hometown, and he's friends with guys I used to go to high school with.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And so you guys met there and then established a little bit of a relationship with each other?
Yeah. So, yeah, pretty much.
How many times have you guys gone out?
Well, we've been going out for like a couple of weeks, and I don't know. I feel like a lot. Like we've been hanging out a lot.
And what happened? It all of a sudden just stopped?
Well, okay. So we got we got drinks a couple of nights. But what I want to talk about is there was a lake day over the weekend, and I decided that I was gonna take a pretty big step. Excuse me, and bring my two daughters with me.
Okay.
And he basically ignored me the entire time.
He ignored you because your daughters were there, you think?
He knew you had kids, yeah?
I mean, yeah, I talked about my two daughters.
Okay.
And he was fine with that.
Uh-huh.
But then when I actually brought them around, all of a sudden, I didn't exist.
Interesting.
Wow.
Do you feel like you're just reading into something, or do you think that it's more than that?
I mean, I really don't feel like I'm reading into something because it's the complete opposite of how he'd been acting before. And it's especially weird because, we have hooked up since getting drinks that first time. And we've been seeing each other, pretty frequently these past couple of weeks.
Okay. We're going to find out exactly what's going on and why is it that he's kind of changed a little bit with you. And is it because of your daughters? On the phone with us is Blake. Blake, are you okay with your voice on the radio?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Blake, say hello to Nina.
Hey, what's up, Nina?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Blake, Nina was talking to us a little bit about your guys' relationship. I know you could hear on hold, but she said that it all of a sudden kind of came to an interesting turn when she brought her daughters along. And for Nina, you didn't tell us, how old are your daughters?
So I had my first daughter when I was 18.
And
then I had...
How old is she?
You
You got to do the math.
She's 8.
She's 8 years old. Okay. And your other daughter, how old is she?
She's 4.
She's 4. Okay. Blake, you feel like anything's different between you guys?
I feel like everything's fine. I mean, I just saw her this weekend. We went to the lake. We had a great time. I don't know. Everything's good.
Did you feel like, though, you did not interact with her or her daughters as like how you've normally been interacting with her? Did you feel like you had pulled away a little bit?
No. We were hanging out. We had some drinks. We went to the lake. I met her daughters. I felt we had a fine time.
And so you don't see anything different than the way that you were in the beginning with Nina and how you are right now. Nina, can you explain to Blake what it is that you feel like is different?
Yeah, so, I mean, you've always been, I guess for the past 2 weeks, you've been, really attentive and affectionate. And as soon as, I brought my girls around, you didn't even really look at me. You didn't talk to me. I feel like that's a pretty big difference. I just felt like I didn't exist in that moment, and it was just really awkward.
Well, I don't think that's the case. I mean, I think I was being my normal self, and I don't know, it might have been a little different with the daughters there, but I didn't ignore you.
Why would it be different with the daughters there? Just because you guys now had a distraction that was there?
Yeah, it was a distraction. It was my first time meeting them. Suddenly it's not just the two of us. It's like
Did that make you
There's
feel a
more.
certain way that her daughters were with you guys? Like, were you uncomfortable, or did you feel awkward, or like that maybe you didn't even realize you were acting differently because there were kids around?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I didn't realize it, but I thought I was being myself.
Blake, do you have children?
I don't have children.
Have you ever dated a woman with kids?
No, this is the first time.
Is it weird for you to be around a woman with kids?
I mean, I guess, it's a little weird, just to not be alone with her. I definitely liked it better when it was just the two of us.
But
Do you think it's a little early for these kids to be coming around, though? I feel like he's getting kind of the blame here for reacting, but a few weeks in is very early for the kids to be around, especially if it was unannounced.
What do you think about that, Nina?
I get that, but at the same time, like, he and I were really hitting it off. Like, I normally don't. I just have like a really, I don't know, positive feeling about him. And he mentioned this lake day, and I thought, okay, well, the girls will think this is a really fun thing to do, and it's a good reason to meet him. And I don't know, I just thought it would be a fun day. So I took the opportunity.
Annika wants to make a comment. You agree
Hey,
with
guys.
what Megan just said?
Yeah, Megan, you stole what I was going to say, so thank you very much for that.
Sorry.
No, I love you. No, 2-3 weeks, that's way too early for her kids to be meeting this random guy she met at a wedding. I don't understand.
well, I agree with that. I do think it was too soon. I mean, and to each their own. But also, I think that it sounds like, Blake, are you rethinking? Because this is a package deal, right? You end up moving forward with Nina. You have these two girls that are a part of her life. And when you said, I like it better when it was just her and I was like, oof. As a mom, that's hard to hear from somebody that you're interested in pursuing a relationship with. In fact, I would run at that point.
Because it's never going to be that.
Right.
Well, yeah,
I mean, maybe here and there, but what were you going to say, Megan?
I don't know if that's fair. Like, it's never going to be that way. But I also feel like, as somebody who doesn't have kids, you need to help me warm up to the situation instead of just flinging them at me unannounced a few weeks in.
For sure.
That doesn't mean that I'm not ready to date somebody with kids. That means you blindsided me with kids while we were still having fun.
Jesse is one of our other callers here. Jesse, what are your thoughts?
Hey, Mojo. I kind of feel for the guy because I have a daughter myself, and I'm out dating. I'm a single dad. But if a woman was all over me or anything like that while we were out on a date meeting my daughter for the first time, I would be extremely uncomfortable. And if I was meeting a girl's daughter or kid or anything for the first time, it's not like all over her, kissing her, being affectionate in front of the kids, meeting them for the first time. It'd be extremely awkward.
I think there's also better places to meet them than be out there watching them having to swim and stuff like that, too. I think the activity
100%.
might also be a little bit too much of an activity. Like, maybe go over and visit them at their house.
Go putt golfing.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't need to worry about
or something like that.
who's a strong swimmer or not.
Jason, comment here. Second date update. What are your thoughts on this one? Nina brought her two daughters around Blake, who she just started in a relationship with, and she says that now he seems weird. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, for first time caller, I love you guys, by the way.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Yes. Shabba ranks.
Well, I agree with the last caller. I just feel like, the first time you bring your daughters around, like, I feel like the guy was being respectful. Like, I think she's being extra, that he thinks that he's supposed to be all over her. He just met her daughters. Like, I think he was trying to be respectful. Like I said, I don't think that he did anything wrong. I just think that he was a weird situation. Obviously, say he never dated anybody with kids. Doesn't really know how he feels about that. It's going to take some adjustment to get used to. I just don't think it's fair to say, okay, he doesn't, he's not being affectionate with me, or he's not being attentive. Like, I just feel like he's trying to figure it out. Like, that's, just give the guy some time. I don't think he should be all over you and first time meeting your kids.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Is like he may be different because guess what? The last time you guys were together, you were in bed having sex with each other. Now you're at water hanging out with kids.
His life just fast forward.
Yeah,
right.
Brenda, what's up?
Hey, yeah, I just think she's overreacting a little bit. I think she had built up an idea of what the weekend was going to be like.
Yeah.
She thought that they were going to be super affectionate, and he was just going to be like, oh, my God, I love your kids, and that didn't happen. And now she's, like, rethinking everything, and she's trying to, like, overthink the situation when it's not that situation.
Well, let's ask this question. Blake, are we reading something into this? Are you still into Nina? Like, do you still want to be in a relationship with her?
I mean, I'm into her. I just don't think I'm ready to be a dad.
Yeah.
I'm just not ready for this.
It's gotta be tough for the kids too. You know what I mean? To meet somebody that quick and then now they're gonna be gone.
Good point.
Nina, have you had issues dating with having children, or is this the first time that you've ever had it where bringing the kids around another person that you're dating?
I mean, the thing is like, yes, I have had issues dating, but normally, like, I bring my daughters up on the, pretty, like, early, and there's never really been, if there's an issue, then, like, that's where it stops, Yeah. And so it's just that we got, like, he already knew my daughters existed.
Yeah, but there's a difference between telling somebody that you have kids and introducing the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but he did already know, and I feel like it would have been nice had he just said this earlier.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants to ride the roller coaster. It looks fun. And then when you get on it and you're going 120 miles per hour, it's a different experience. And I think when you're out dating somebody and you hear they have kids, it sounds like a cool thing. But then once you see them and you're in their presence and they're loud and they're doing whatever, it's different.
Did I miss something? Did they go to Cedar Point after they went swimming? Or
that was just my analogy.
That's an analogy.
It can feel like Cedar Point.
Because that would be, by the way, the most interesting day ever. They went to Cedar Point and Splash. What is the Splash? What is the place called?
Figure it out. Work through it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll go to Cedar Point.
Listen, second date update. Bringing your kids on within a couple of weeks. I don't think we've ever had it that fast. Sometimes people have actually had it where they met them at their house, like when they were coming to pick them up on a date, and I remember that was a difficult one for somebody. But to bring them actually on the date is probably a tough thing to have happen. But if you're a single parent, it's a struggle. You're trying to still date. You're still trying to be out there. We'll be right. Actually, I'm not taking a break. We're going to do something else. Here we go.
This is the home of the dirty on the 30.
Yeah.
Throwback Throwdown.